Hello everyone. Now we will discuss about sample paper set 2. So of question 20 to 25. This sample paper is related to sample questions of class 10 physics, chemistry and bio combined. Let's start. The question 20 is, the first question is, draw a diagram showing germination of pollen on stigma of a flower. Question B is pollen grains, male germ cells, pollen tube and a female germ cell. This is all are parts of flower which can label in the diagram. It is a very important question for board exams, so go through and revise. Third question is, define fertilization in plants, and the solution is on right side the given plant diagram is given, so go through and learn this diagram perfectly. And the first part of pollen grains, the upper part, the middle part of the small tube is male germ cells, the thicker tube is pollen tube, and the center of plant is a female germ cells. These are important parts of the flower, so go through. And the next question is fertilization. Fertilization is a reproduction in plants. There is a simple answer: reproduction in plants. How to reproduce, how to produce seed, how to grow the plant, how to make the food. There are examples. Fertilization is a reproduction process which occurred after pollination and germination. Pollination and germination are the two methods which the plant make the food and upping grains. The fertilization can also a fusion of the male gametes called pollen and female gametes ovum to a dipole zygote. The pollen grains and ovulum, they are mixed combined and to form a dipole zygote. It is a physiochemical process which occurred after the pollination of the carpel. The method of the fertilization in the plants, which the gametes of the haploid condition to produce a dipole zygote and to make the food. This is a suitable question, so go through. Next is question 21. How many characteristics are transmitted in the following cases? Name them, identify the dominant and the successive units. Next question is, what is the information source of the making protein in the DNA? And the third is, name the organism which can change its sex during lifetime. And the answer is, there you know that there is a two characteristics, only two. The first is dominant characteristics. There is a two characteristics are shape of seed and a color of seed, like round shape and yellow of color of the seed. This is a two dominant characteristics. And the second characteristic is receive characteristics. They are wrinkle shape and green color of seeds. But you know that there is a two characteristics, dominant characteristics which under shape of seeds and a color of seeds, and second is receive characteristics which under wrinkle shape and green color of seeds. And the next answer is, what is information source of protein of in the cell? The answer is cellular DNA. Cellular DNA is the important part which is the make of the human body and the human cells. It is a basic part. Cellular DNA is the information source for making protein in the cell. Next is on snail. The answer is snail. Snail can change their sex during lifetime. Only snail. So learn it. Next, question 22. State the law of reflection of light. Explain the term absolute reflect index of the medium and write an expression to relate it with the speed of light in vacuum. And the next question is numerical, and the question is, the absolute refractive index of medium A and medium B are 2.0 and 1.5 respectively. If the speed of light of the medium B is 2.2 10 to the power 6 meter per second, calculate the speed of light in a vacuum and a medium. So it's a numerical of physics. It is a very important question for board exams, so learn. And the answer is law of reflection of light. It's a very important law of physics. There's only three: incident ray, normal and a reflected ray are at the point of the intense light on the same plane. They both three, incident ray, normal and a reflected ray, are point at the reference all lies in the same plane at a given transparent medium. This is a basic example. So, and also is a ratio of size of angle of incidence to the size of the angle of reflection is always constant, is always n, is like to the given and the pairs of the medium. It's also mathematical expression r sin r by sin I by sin r is equal to constant is equal to n. N is a constant. So absolutely reflect index in medium is speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in medium. Next, there is a numerical. So Na is given 2.0 and B is given by 1.5. and the speed of light in medium B is 2 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. So here is the formula. NB is equal to speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in medium B. So put the value of NB 1.5 is equal to C into 10 to the power 8. We find the vacuum in C. You know the C answer is C into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. It is also speed of light. So calculate. Second is speed of light in medium A. So it's a formula of N, same formula. N is equal to speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in medium A. We find the medium A. NA, put the NA 2.0 and speed of light in vacuum 3 into 10 to the power 8, and find the speed of light of medium A. So find the answer. Answer is 1.5 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So also do the example like this, and this is important question of medium. So the next question is 23. This question is describe an activity along with the label diagram the phenomena of the dispersion through a prism. Is an important question also, and explain the formation of rainbow with the help of figure. So I given all the answers of all the steps by step. So example is the place a prism of a white sheet and pass the white light and go through the prism, the angle of incidence, and they reflect back to angle of reflection to give the 7 colors is a basic principle of rainbow colors. So I given through the step by step the place of prism on the boundary ABC to passing through the line to angle of reflection, angle of incidence, angle of emergence and deviation. So go through steps and learn how to process. So and the next question is how to rainbow occurs. It's a 3 type of phenomena like dispersion, refraction and reflection. There's 3 phenomena when the droplet comes around the earth and the sun rays are passing through the droplet. First dispersion, then reflection and reflection. There are 3 parts which occurs in the tube. According to this diagram, the sun rays are passing through the droplets. They reflect, and reflection and reflection, and passing through the colors of red, observe and violet. There's 7 colors and occurs the rainbow. So there's a rainbow form when sunlight hits the water droplets suspended in the atmosphere, enter total internal reflection. Reflection also occur when the sunlight comes out of the drop, it disperses. So it is a small prism. It's also like a small prism. This dispersion or breaking of the light into several colors like the rainbow. So this is a diagram. It is an important diagram. Next is an estimate 15 million tons of e-waste are produced in each year. Yes, the USA discard 30 million computers such years, and 100 million phones are disposal of in Europe each year. The Environmental Protect Agency estimate that only 15 to 20% of the e-waste is recycled. The rest of these electronics go directly into landfills and incinerators. And the first question is mention any 2 possible reasons for generation of e-waste in larger amount. Second is suggest any 2 ways by which you can help in reproducing the e-waste in the environment. So it's a hot question, and the answer is improvement in lifestyle. The CEO of the more electronic gadgets like computers, mobiles, phones, etc. These companies increase the sales by day and day and increase the waste. This is also noted. So the electronic industry is improve, like China also increase the technology and making the gadgets in a very small amount. So it increase also the pollution and increase and decrease the mental level. So the companies are also increase their sales and production when they attract the buyers and increase the waste. So it's a common question. And the next question answer is think about the unity and also buy the models. Not just only the friend should take the bias. It is also used to TV, computers, mobile phones, electronic gadgets. It's also running on the selling, and also it's a need of everyone. All we need a mobile phone, TV and electronic gadgets. It's a modern life. So it's a basic question, and write your own thinking. And the last and the next question is question 25. Student, like it's like a MCQ question. So student add a few drop of ethonic acid also a vinegar like silica, acetic acid also like into test tube X, Y and Z containing aqueous solution of sodium chloride, NaCl, sodium hydroxide, NaOH and sodium carbonate NaOCO3 respectively. If he is now bring us burner and on the mouth of the test tube immediately after adding ethonic acid in each of them in with the test tube or test tube the name of the extinguish. It is a experiment you done into the basic of class 12th or 10th, and the answer is D. Answer is D is only Z. It is only Z tube. The frame with extrudes with a test tube. It is about near a burner splitter due to evolution of the carbon dioxide, which does not support combination. So it is an experiment when you take the ethonic acid and we add sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide and sodium carbonate. It's also pungent. The effervescence of CO2 will occur. It is a pungent like bubbles. Bubbles will form into the test tube. So test tube Z is making the bubbles and effervescence of CO2. So we and not combustion, which do not support combustion, and we do not support conservation. Only the evolution of CO2 is occur, and there is occurs in test tube too. The main purpose of this experiment is ethonic acid and add some sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide and sodium carbonate respectively, and we appears the CO2 smell or bubbles of the CO2. So that's it, and confirm this test and write the answer. Thank you.